Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. This morning we've been busy feeding out to the hungry hippos up the farm. So I've decided to leave that out because you guys are probably sick of seeing us feeding cows. And with that, I've got to say that in our farming calendar, this is the most repetitive time of the year, but it only stays that way for about 2 to 3 months. So this morning we have fed all the cows on the fodder beet, kale, calves on oats. We've also fed out bales of silage and straw. So this afternoon I'm going to be busy in the workshop, so you guys can just tag along. But first things first, I can't go in the workshop with this gear on. I better change. Let's do this. First jobs is to check over this 3-axle trailer. No rocks in you either. No rocks. Pressure gauge seems alright. Uh-oh. I could kind of tell that standing there, this one wasn't right. Better get that pulled off and get that repaired. I'm going to need this. You come with me, and you can come with me. So now that the wheel's jacked up, I've got to clean off these threads. But not only that, guess what size nut that is? Just did a complete guess, this one. Come on, work. Oh shit, better get rid of the... Oh, there we go. Oh, perfect. Look at that. What a good guess. So with 12 wheels on this trailer, you would think we're crazy if we didn't run a spare, right? You see, we were lucky that this trailer came with a spare. If not, we would have to go and buy one, because stack the numbers up and it actually works out quite well to have a spare. See, if we didn't have this one just sitting here, this is quite difficult to roll a tyre and hold a camera. It would cost us, let's say, about $50 to go into town then back out. Of course, then you go get the tyre repaired on the same day that the puncture has happened, and also get it back out to the farm, and get it fitted again before the next day so that it's ready to go. Because we spontaneously use this trailer all the time to move feeders around and also move bales around, of course. Once again, just randomly guessing, but I think it's this one. Oh yes. Oh. So all 3 or 4 nuts that I had a go at are that stubborn that I've had to improvise and get the gas onto it. So as you can see, I've got my automatic system going. So what I'm trying to do here is expand that nut. Heat will expand whatever item, and hopefully it will expand the nut over that stud so I can get it off easier. So obviously putting so much heat into the nut, it may spread up the rim and into the tyre, bursting the tube and popping the tyre. Now I don't want to do that, because this wheel here on the outside is still good. It's the one on the inside is the flat one. So I've got another idea. Bugger. So obviously feeling pretty beat up at the moment now. Broken the big 3/4 drive power bar. Used to be a ratchet, now it's a power bar. So feeling pretty broken over that, but I think is what the problem is. You see, when I've tried to loosen these 3 or 4 around the outside, I've got them so far, like 1/4 of a turn, and then they've just stopped. So is what that's telling me is there's so much rust in the thread that they're turning so far and then they're just stopping. There's so much rust. So if I go back the other way, then try go back to the left, then back the other way, then back the other way, it should be able to wrestle them loose. Woohoo! Found the problem. Yes! So it turns out this trailer has the old-fashioned threads for the wheel nuts. They're bloody backwards. So the wheel is rotating anti-clockwise when it's moving forward, when the trailer is moving forward. Now of course if they were a normal thread stud, they would effectively undo or have the risk of undoing by putting the nuts on backwards. They're effectively trying to tighten as they drive down the road and not loosen as they drive down the road. Just wish someone writ it down somewhere. So what was wrong with that second tyre that I just pulled off? Well, it's this little guy here. So as you can see here, rocks have been quite rough on it, and they've obviously gone in here and ripped that valve off, and it was left sitting there like this, hissing away, and I was lucky enough to get it. Don't worry guys, I haven't forgotten about you. So that's 2 tyres all ready to go to Ashburton. So as every farmer can expect, it's not if it's going to break down, it's just when. Feel the horsepower. One day I may do a machinery tour, but for today this is a 1999 DR200, but we just call it the White Horse. Now as you can see, I've been working on the plough, but I'll cover that in another video. Now a few of you may be wondering, why do we work on all our own machinery? Why don't we just send it into Ashburton or get someone out to come and fix it? Well, it's quite simple. Now most mechanics or engineers will cost around about $100 to $130 per hour. And you got to pay them that rate to drive out from the nearest town to your farm, which of course adds up quickly. So let me just throw this at you. Now this tractor, we got it serviced last year by the local firm. Now nothing wrong doing to them, but the labour on it for a 2,000 hour service, which is obviously the bigger one of the services, it cost us $2,000 alone in labour. Now I'm not saying servicing a beast like this is everybody's a cup of tea, but take off a few afternoons and get this thing serviced and you can save yourself $2,000, because the farm or your business is going to pay you regardlessly. So if you think about it, you may as well be doing the $100 an hour jobs rather than the $20 an hour jobs. Well ladies and gentlemen, with that point, that brings a close to this film. If you like this video, please give it a like or subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.